This book is more like a practical guide for marketers. It gives a pathway for marketers to develop more effective marketing ideas by understanding how the consumer's brain actually think. I have been reading and trying to understand and even work on neuroscience from the last 10 years or so. I felt while I was reading and collecting all the material that things were pretty scattered, so there was no one place where actually you can think about all the 6 P's of marketing and how to use neuroscience for all the 6 P's, and also if somebody needs to research consumer's brain, how to do it. So with that frustration, I thought let's try to put together something, and I ended up putting together a book to help the marketers. Anyone who has a brand or who is a custodian of a brand and want to grow the brand, be it marketing directors, marketing managers, brand managers, CEOs, or even CX leaders. So basically the whole idea, like I said, it will give them ideas in terms of creating new marketing ideas to make their brand more salient and more effective in consumers' mind by understanding how they really think. Neurodriven marketing essentially means start by keeping the consumer's brain at the center and create your marketing around that, instead of just focusing on marketing irrespective of the consumers or just based on hunch feeling. And once you do that, you start or increase the odds for the success of your brand. And even when you're doing the research, just don't focus on what consumers say, but try to use more neuro type of research to understand what they really mean. So then you'll be able to guide your brand better. I guess you need to read the book to get those takeaways. However, I think the broad construct is as follows: that consumers constantly are exposed to stimulus from different sides, from marketers, and they always collect this stimulus using their 5 senses, and they keep on creating memories of the brand. And when they ultimately end up going to a shop or elsewhere to buy some product, these memory comes into place, because ultimately they create these neural links in their brain from these memories, and their decisions are based on those memories. So basically this book tells you how to actually create more memories for your brand, so that when the time comes, they end up choosing your brand. This book is not something like you don't have to read it from the beginning to the end like that. You don't have to read it sequentially, but more like there are different sections in the book about different senses, about different P's, the product, the pricing, the place, the promotion, etc. So technically you can start at any of these chapters or section which you feel is more relevant for the work you're doing, or which interests more you at that certain point of time. And then if it interests you and you want to look at other parts, you can do that. So like I said, don't have to start from the beginning and read page on page. You can start at any page you want to start. I think the most crucial element will be to look at the last section, which I'm calling as sensory audit of your brand. So what you need to do is go to that chapter, read that, and then start looking at your brand and try to understand and try to write it down. Like, what are the memories your brand has built on all these sensory aspects linked to each of these 6 P's. And you will start realizing what are the strengths and weaknesses of your brand and where you need to improve it. And that, I would say, would be the most crucial part and most actionable aspect after you read the book. I'm not a professional author. I am more like a professional marketing researcher and marketer. So I've been helping marketers since last 3 decades. And I have been an avid reader and will be reading about all kind of marketing issues and other kind of things. And so I always wanted to write a book as well, because I was fascinated by all these authors who write and try to condense a lot of your thinking into one book for the help to help others. So in the same case, I thought maybe I could do the same for marketers in Indonesia and elsewhere. And that's why I wrote the book. So I've tried to put my best, and hopefully it helps all the marketers. I think the best way would be to connect with me on LinkedIn, because I guess most people who will be interested in this book would be on LinkedIn, I presume. So you can just search me on LinkedIn and connect with me, or you can reach out directly to me at my email address, mahesh@neuroscience.com.